Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of JIN HYUK from Uptension called Work Work. This has been actually requested to me by my good friend Yuri, so big props to him for requesting me to do this. Even though I was obviously gonna do it regardless, but big props to him regardless. And I also want to apologize to him for taking so long to react to this. I just had some personal life issues that I had to deal with in the meantime, and right now is just the first time that I've been able to sit down and record K-pop reactions, and this is the first thing I'm reacting to. And I'm hopeful that I'm going to end up liking this song, but so far with Jin Hyuk's music, I really liked his debut song. I like that. I genuinely did like that song. I've listened to it so much, and it even was one of the top 15 or how many songs did I do for that one? I don't know, but like it was one of my top songs of I think it was 2019, the year it was released. I really enjoyed that song, but none of the other songs afterwards, none of his comebacks really managed to catch me the way that song did. And it's not like the songs were bad or anything. Even his most recent one, which I don't remember what the name of the song was exactly. It had something to do with a 5. It had the number 5 in the title, I believe. I think it was like 5 hours or something. That song, I think it was probably the closest to I Like That, but even that one didn't really manage to catch me. So I'm really hoping that maybe this one is gonna be as good as I Like That, but I expect that it's probably not going to. But still, we're obviously gonna give it a shot, so without further ado, let's get into the song in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, definitely has his vibe still. Maybe even more playful than usual. Okay, so far the catchiness is pretty good. Okay, I'm in it for so far. Now let's hope the chorus is good. I mean, it's not as catchy as I expected, but it's not bad. And again, guys gotta keep in mind, whatever I say in these reactions is not necessarily my ultimate opinion of these songs, because a lot of the time after listening to these songs for a while, it's when my actual opinion of the songs kind of solidifies. Yeah, for this song I actually really like the verses. The verses are really good. It's the chorus that is a little bit of a letdown. And I just want to say that their company, like his company, really has a style to their musicians. Because I see a lot of similarities between Jin Hyuk's music and MCND. Even the looks of their idols seem to be very similar. I don't know, just the vibe in general is very similar. Which is not a bad thing. Every company kind of has their style, you know? And it seems like his company's style seems to be like this kind of like a youthful and playful. And I like it. It's like it's solidly up there as an entertaining kind of concept that their groups seem to have. It's just that it's not like my number one thing. Oh, don't whistle at me like that. Okay, so this one actually genuinely wasn't that bad. I still don't think that it's better than I Like That. I still think that's his best song so far, but I also haven't listened to any B-sides from him, so maybe there's some real good ones that I just have slept on, essentially. But yeah, this one genuinely wasn't that bad. I still think the strengths for this song are in the verses for the most part, because the chorus just doesn't really hit hard at all. It's not really even that catchy as either, so it kind of leaves you very unsatisfied. But yes, the verses were really good and I really enjoyed that. And obviously the music video was really fun as well. I really like the company style of dancing that he and MCND and Uptension as well seem to have. I really like it. I really like the company style that they go for with all their musicians. For this song, I feel like it's definitely on the right track and I really like it. I'm probably gonna end up listening to it at least a little bit, but I feel like they maybe could have done something a little bit more, because it does feel like it lacks a little bit of a punch to it. I don't know, it probably should have been a little bit of a better chorus. I think that's probably why the punch kind of lacks in this song, because there's no like a drop or a hit where it makes you feel like, damn, this was actually like a really good song. It kind of like builds up with the verses being so good, but it never really satisfies you, you know? But yeah, I still enjoy it. Like, not every song has to be like the biggest masterpiece or whatever. I'm just more critical of songs because I'm doing this for a video reaction. But yeah, we're still gonna give it a second listen, even though I don't really see anything else that I can add to what I've already said. So without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. Like, I really like this whistling vibe, the vibe that the whistling in the beginning gives off. I feel like maybe they could have played into this rhythm a little bit more, especially in the chorus, because the beginning here is actually really good. It feels good. It feels like it's coming off of like a really, really good song, but it kind of loses it at some point. Again, probably the chorus. I really like this beginning part of the song. It's catchy, it's snappy, and it's satisfying. And yeah, maybe the chorus is gonna grow on me, but I feel like they still could have made it a little bit more satisfying, you know? I do believe it's the weakest part. 새벽을 뒤로한 채 내일 일을 시작해 내 하루는 이틀 같아 정신이 없네 Wait for me sweetie 이게 내 lifestyle 난 좀 더 집중이 필요해 너도 말했잖아 내가 일하는 모습이 가장 멋있다며 왜 자꾸 나를 괴롭히는 건데 Don't worry about 어디까지 내들 테니 끝날 때까지 I really like his rapping 이것 좀 들어봐 무거 죽겠네 내 하루의 무게는 어제해 낮부터 밤까지 네 생각해 all day 난 이래 all day 대신 나 birthday 물 들어올 때 너를 떠줘야 해 때론 내 버릇도 이해가 잘 안 된대도 나를 믿고 좀 더 기다려줄래 I gotta work 연락 안 돼도 제지 말아줘 변한 게 아니라 내 맘을 알아줘 Working every day, yeah. 나 좀 내버려둘래. Merry-go-round 해도 목마 같은데 태어나 벗어날 수가 없네. 혼자 혼자만의 시간 머리 좀 식히게 move your night. Man, I really like how good he sounds whenever he's like rapping very fast. I much prefer that vibe of his. I'm really not that big of a fan of his happier vibe, I guess is one way to put it. I like his more serious vibe, personally. And that really comes out whenever he's like doing the fast rapping. I really like the way he comes off when he does that. But that is just because in general I'm just not the biggest fan of Aegyo. So there's that. So yeah, I really do like the vibe that they're going for with this song. It seems like it's kind of going for something not unlike Bruno Mars's what's the name of that song of his, like that goes, today I don't feel like doing anything, nothing at all. Like, you know that song? I think it's called like the Monkey Song or something. It seems like this song is kind of going for a very similar vibe to that. Obviously not like a carbon copy or anything, because it sounds very different, but it's like going for the same kind of vibe, in my opinion at least. And I really like how good they have it in the beginning. Like, it starts off really good, but it just kind of loses it at some point, and they just kind of continue just doing whatever. Like, it didn't really, the second half of the song doesn't really feel like it has that same kind of vibe, you know? I feel like that's why I'm really into it in the beginning and kind of loses me towards the end. It just doesn't feel the same. Like, I like the first verse and I like the second verse, but everything else I feel like should have been completely different. I feel like only the first and the second verse fit with the vibe that they were going for with this song. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a person on the internet with opinions. What do I know? And yeah, in terms of a rating for this song, I think I'm going to give it like an 8.3 out of 10, which I think it's a pretty good of a score. I mean, it's an 8.3 out of 10. It's not like it's a 5.3 or anything. I like it. For me, it's probably either second or third best song from him. And again, I haven't listened to any B-sides, so maybe there's some good songs that I've overlooked in those. But yeah, it's not bad. It's better than what I expected, I guess, is one way to put it as well. And yeah, maybe if there are some good B-sides that I have slept on, comment them down below and I will be checking them out. I will go and check them out. Because I do like him and I want to get more good songs from him, especially because of how much I like that, and how starved I am for another that good of a song from him, you know? Because that song is complete perfection. That's why it's in my top 20 K-pop songs of, was it 2019 or 2020? I think it might have been 2019. I don't know. It was a while ago. I don't remember. But the point is, I really, really like that song. So yeah, what did you guys think about the song? Comment down below and let's have a discussion about it. And before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Omari Bridgman, Deadpool, and Lemonade. Thank you guys for supporting me. It really means a lot. I hope you stay over there on my Patreon for a long time. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything. And that kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact, it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!